and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome to a new video. I'll just quickly do a normal intro, try not to chat too long. I've got a cup of coffee. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia. I am 24. That's not what I was thinking of, but I'm trying to think, because usually I go, I'm a business management student, but I'm no longer a business management student. I am a student, a master's student to be. I'm studying digital marketing from October at the University of Portsmouth, where I've been for the last 3 years when I'm at undergrad, and I do post a lot more like lifestyle uni content on my channel. So if you do enjoy that, please subscribe. I would love for you to join this little family. Please give it a thumbs up, please, and please comment down below. And please follow my socials, they are linked in the description below. I am being a lot more active on my Instagram. It is Amelia J Laing, so please subscribe to that. I'll be really grateful. Oh my god. And without further ado, let's get on with this video. So for this video, I've decided to do it's kind of like a university tips video kind of thing. I have information on my iPad, because I have basically been using this app called GoodNotes, which is an app. It does cost money, it's like £8, but I actually love it, and I have this whole like notebook for YouTube. I mentioned it in my vlog, which will be up before, should be up before this video, and I just came up with a few ideas, if I can read my own writing, because it was actually like I drew it. Then I'll be able to help you. But I have one main tip that I didn't write down, and this is on moving day in first year. Now I wish I vlogged my moving day, but just take in as much as you can in the point of the first day. Like, your moving day is a big day, but it's also probably only the first day you'll be accepting that you're not living with your parents, and it'll be the first night that you have to adjust. So make the most of it. I had my auntie, my uncle, my best friend and my mum take me up on the day, so they couldn't stay for long, which in some ways I wish my mum did stay longer, because it might have given me a bit more time to get used to it not being there. But also I'm kind of glad she went. We got there at like say 10, 11, and they left at like 12ish, and it was, as much as it sucked, it was also kind of good, because it kind of got me used to the idea that my mum was not there any longer, and this was it, and I had the whole day to unpack. But take your time unpacking. If you think you prefer to be unpacked in one day, that's what I do. I unpacked all my stuff in one day, and I was kind of happy with it, and then I just changed things around when I was like, you know, not feeling it. But if you feel like you would prefer to take time, when you're first year, you've got a week to move in. Like, you've got freshers week, I know you're going to be hungover most of the mornings, but you're probably going to have time to move your stuff into your room. When if you're in second or third year, you've got a bit more time, because most uni houses allow you to move in from like the 1st of September. So you've got a lot more time to unpack, a lot more time to chill and relax. But it's a big different thing, because there's a lot more things to take control of in a house, because you've got, like, in a head flat, you've got a kitchen and your living room, but it's a lot more things, and I think it's more important to be careful what you do in that, if it makes any sense. But I do believe that moving day is probably the best day you can figure out. Take note of where, I do say take pictures of where your room, the way your room is when you move in, either first, second or third year, especially in the second or third year, because sometimes you might want to move your bedroom around, but when you move out, you have to leave it in the way that it was when you moved in, otherwise they could dock your deposit. I'm already aware that they're probably going to take my deposit away from me in the house I'm in, because I've been there for 2 years, I've already paid one deposit, and there's other things that have happened in the house. But take pictures of it for one layout, and also if there's marks on your wall or any kind of damages in your room that's happened there since the day you started, you moved in, and they might try to make you account for, take pictures of it. So if they do dock you money, and that's the reason they dock you money from, because they should give you like a list of things of why they've taken money, then you just send those pictures saying actually that's wrong, blah 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 blah, and they will sort that out for you. I think it's an important thing when you move in to make sure you've taken pictures, even in the halls, take pictures of your room, because if you leave your room but don't take pictures and they dock you because of something that they've seen in your room that could have been you but it probably wasn't you, could have been from people before, they will use that as an excuse to keep your money. Luckily in my first year I got all my money back from halls, but you never know. Moving on to my points that I wrote down, these are actually short but I'd probably expand on them because you know me, I talk a lot. I wrote them down on my iPad so I wouldn't forget what to say. My first one is, and I mentioned this in my IGTV, so check out my Instagram, Amelia Laing, and you will see an IGTV where I have the do's and don'ts for uni. But my first one, really, when I'm filming a car alarm, we're gonna have to power through that. The first one is, don't have any expectations. I think it is important to know that when you go to uni, that was really annoying. When you go to uni, it's quite easy to see your friends who have gone before, or your family members who have gone before, or YouTubers that have vlogged their experiences. You know how their experiences have been. You've seen their experience on camera. You've seen their experience, or you've heard about their experience from their friends, and you don't go with the expectation that your experience is going to be like that. Because your experience can be 10 times different, it can be 10 times better, or it can be 10 times worse. You don't know. And I think if you don't go with expectations, you're less likely to get yourself upset if something doesn't go the way you plan. So, a lot of people I know, when they went to uni, all got put in relationships. I'm just going to turn this off because I've realised you probably heard half of my computer halfway through, because it makes a lot of loud noises. So I'm sorry. But that actually makes my room so quiet. I think when you go with no expectations, you won't get yourself hurt. So a lot of my friends went to uni. Oh my god, I'm such like a disgusting person. A lot of my friends went to uni and got in relationships at uni, and this is the thing, if you go expecting that you will get in a relationship when you go to uni, I think you are likely to get hurt. Like, I'll be honest with you, in first year I kind of had that expectation, thinking, oh, I might meet a guy, because I have not met a guy in where I live ever, and I just thought maybe at uni I would. And I think because when I went to uni, I was also going to the point where I was still kind of having feelings for this guy I went to college with, and I literally, when I say I had feelings for this guy, I was literally in love with him. But he didn't know, because I didn't tell him, but I literally fell in love with him, and I had that in the back of my head, so I was hoping to find a guy and move on. So little things like, when I had my first ever kiss was in a club in Portsmouth, on a smoking area of prison, and I kind of was hoping something would happen there, but clearly it didn't. And obviously I learnt from that, and I haven't had an actual relationship. Like I've been dating guys, like I've dated 2 guys, and both of them have hurt me in a way that, you know, you would think that if you were, that would be how you would be hurt if you were dating that person for longer. But yeah, I did get hurt. But I went with the expectation to get someone, but I didn't get someone in the first year. And I kind of stopped having that expectation at uni, because it doesn't always happen for someone. But there's no harm in talking to guys, there's no harm in dating, and there's no harm if you do get in a relationship at uni, you get in one. But obviously don't go in the expectation you're gonna get in one, because, let's be real, the more you think you're going to get on one, the more likely you're not going to get one. I think just, that's not really the expectation. Don't have expectations that your university experience, you're going to be best friends with your flatmates from first year for the rest of your life, or for the rest of the uni experience, because you might not be. I thought I would be. I don't speak to them anymore. If I see them, like, going to uni or in town or something, I'll say, hey, how you doing, and then we'll walk away. Or like, I was waiting for the bus once and I saw one of my housemates who we barely saw anyway in first year, but when I saw him, we did speak. So I saw him at the bus stop the other month and we spoke for a bit, but it was kind of awkward because obviously we haven't seen each other like since first year. But I don't speak to them anymore, and it's okay. Like, obviously they weren't people I was meant to be friends with. And I think you just got to go in and have no expectations and just enjoy it for what it is. My next one is, try to say yes to as many opportunities as you get given, because at uni you don't always get, you get given a lot more opportunities to take part in things than you would in the outside world. Like, for example, there's job fairs, placement fairs, and all this. Go to them. When you're going around these job fairs, when people are talking, saying, oh, getting like contacts and stuff, say yes to it, because you never know, it could open something up for you. I didn't take much advantage of it, and that's why I'm saying it's to say yes, because a lot of people I know did, and they got a placement for their in the middle of last year and this year, which means if I got my placement like I was planning to, I'd have had a year off, and I'll be back going to third year in September. And I wish I was now, but I'm doing masters, so it's fine. But also, like, saying yes to opportunities like societies, you know, Freshers Fair is a big thing, and I did do a Freshers Fair tips video, but I have got like advice for freshers that I'm going to be filming very soon, because I know it's coming up to that time. We don't really actually know what's going to happen, but skip that part of the thought of COVID. But yeah, so going to Freshers Fair, I didn't hate much opportunity in my first year of Freshers Fair. I walked around societies and I was like not interested. I just took all the freebies, and then I went to and I saw the show choir stall, and that's as soon as I said, yeah, I'm going to sign up for the taster sessions. Did I go to the taster sessions? No. I did not attend a taster session at all in first year. I have done in the last 2 years, but that's because I was already part of the show choir society, and I was going to be anyway. I paid my membership as soon as I got the loan, because I knew I was going to be part of it anyway, so. But the thing is that at Freshers Fair, it's very easy to to ignore the stalls and not pay any attention to what's going on. So I was just checking the time. It's very easy to go, oh, I'm not going to pay any attention to the stalls. I'm going to go around, I'm not going to ask questions. I'm not like, take advantage of the chances to ask the questions to the people at the stall, because everyone who's on the stall are members of the society or part of the community, so they know what the society's about. They're very like prepared, and they're very much like, I don't know what the word is, but they're knowledgeable of the society, so you know you're going to get the best out of that, and you can really find out what the society's about, and do your reading about it. Like, pick up a leaflet, pick up whatever they have. My university or Freshers Fair, they have sweets on it. A lot of the stalls have sweets, and if I have a friend on the stall, I'll go to the store just to get a sweet. Another thing about university, is very easy to get lost in the idea of socialising every single day, trying to make sure you're socialising, because if you don't socialise, you might get a bit like, you know, sad, or a bit lost, or a bit not feeling yourself, or you might, you know, like, but I feel like it's important to take time for yourself. It's very easy to get caught up and be busy. Like, in my first year, I can count on one hand how much time I took for myself. And that was only when I was like really hungover, like to the point where I could not get out of my bed, or to the point where I was ill. So there was one time I had tonsillitis, and I didn't know what it was. I had not slept for 2 days, and I just stayed in my room. But otherwise, I barely took time for myself, and trust me, it catches up on you. And I think when you go home for like holidays, you don't want to spend your time when you're coming home to see your family or friends from home, stuck in your room feeling like ill and crap. And trust me, I forced myself to go out in the times when I was in the holidays, of the Easter and Christmas holidays in first year, because I was so tired, and so it was all caught up on me. And I think it's important, as much as it's important to socialise at uni, take time for yourself in your room. Just thinking about, just have a movie night for yourself. Don't think it's bad to have time for yourself. I think the thing is if you think you just have to socialise every day, that's not really becoming independent. That's just being dependent on someone else to keep you entertained, to keep you happy. And I think it's just important. Sorry, I got my friends are messaging me, even though I'm not lecturing. Next one is experience new things. This goes back to say yes to opportunities, but I think university gives you that bigger the idea that you can experience new things more than you would at home. Especially for me, there's a lot of things I would not have, like clubbing. I never went clubbing before I went to uni, and I realised how much I enjoyed it. I mean, not so much now, but I did then. I didn't really enjoy drinking either until I went to uni, and now I do. That's bad examples, but experience new things. Even if you don't like it after the first time you've done it. Like, I went ice skating, and I knew I didn't like it anyway, but I thought I'd try it again, and I still didn't like it, but it was still an opportunity. It was still a chance of trying new things. So many opportunities you can get at uni, and experiencing new things is the best thing you can do at uni. So when you graduate and you have to go to the real world, and you can't always say yes to these new things, you're gonna regret it when you say you had that opportunity a year ago, but you turned it down. Think about it. Just think like how much, if you had that chance to experience it then, you take it, because when you go to the real world you might be too busy to take the opportunity to go, oh, I will do this, I can't. My next one is, as much as it's important to set yourself a budget of how much you can spend, especially depending on how much student loan you get, I guess, because I got quite a bit of student loan, so I was quite lucky to the point where I could treat myself. I obviously had to be careful. I was really bad, and I think this year was kind of the best year for me, because although actually it was still the worst year, like last year was the worst year money wise. I was so bad at spending, but I can't budget. I'm very bad at budgeting. And I need to, because I need to budget next year. But I had a job this year, so even though I ran out of my loan very quickly in the last 2 terms, I still had income coming in every other week. So I was kind of lucky to the point where even if I didn't have much money, I could, like, when I got paid, I could budget that. But I feel like depending on how much loan you get, budget how much you can spend. Like, you have to spend on food weekly and the important things, and then try and budget at least a little bit for fun that's not clubbing, like something, because you're never going to get a student loan again after uni. You're never going to get a student loan, so which is why I bought the camera when I got paid, even though it was when I got paid, not out of my loan. Bought my iPad out of my loan. I bought my laptop that I've got now out of my loan. You know, like, there's so many things. So you're not going to get this much money again, like, not unless you work at a very good job that pays you like $2,000 a month. Like, actually, is that normal? I don't really know what normality is and how much you get a month. No, that is a good. I don't really know. Like, yeah, it is important, but the thing is also, when you get older, you've got bills to pay. You're gonna want to move out. Once you get out of uni, you're gonna start saving money to move out, get a car, learn to drive. Just treat yourself sometimes. Don't be afraid to treat yourself, because you're never gonna get the student loan again. And out of all loans out there, the student loan is probably the nicest loan you'll get. So take advantage of it. My next one and my last one is apply for placements early. If you want to do a placement for university, start applying either at the end of first year or at right at the beginning of second year. So when you first step foot in that first day of second year, start applying. It's important. We had a placement talk last year, and I listened to them. Did I start applying? I started applying briefly, but I gave up before Christmas. Another thing I say is don't give up on the placement search. Like, it is really easy to give up because you're not getting anywhere, you're just getting declined. Don't give up, because one day those declines might turn into a yes, and you never know. I just think it's very easy to give up because it's so hard, and it is a very hard thing, and there isn't much guide. They will tell you, they'll give you advice, but they don't give you as much advice. They don't really guide you as much, like or they do. I just take advantage of the advice they give. Like, that's another tip. Take advantage of all the university advice they give, whether it's advice for jobs, advice for placements. Like, they will help you go through your CV. I went to Purple Door twice. Well, Purple Door, the Career Employability Service at my uni, to go through my CV twice. Once just to get a part-time job, because I was dying for a job last year. I needed money, and trust me, I applied for so many jobs between January last year and June, and to be fair, I tried to apply for a job for during uni, didn't get one, and then I got interviews and didn't get the jobs, and then, like, in May, I remember I had an interview in May for Hollywood Bowl, but I had to turn it down because I had chest infection, so I couldn't go anywhere, and then, so I reapplied when I was looking for a job for after uni, when I didn't want to come home for summer, and I got the job. I interviewed at Hollywood Bowl, and obviously got offered the job, and here I am. But honestly, I took advice from the Purple Door for my CV for a part-time job to better my CV, to make it better and more noticeable for people, because I felt like I needed that advice, and definitely take advantage. And I took the advice for a graduate CV, because, like, obviously when you graduate uni, you're looking to go into the career based on your degree, so you have to have a better CV. Still got the notes that they told me about my CV to actually add, but obviously I'm now not a graduate. I'm a graduate, but I'm not going to the real world. I'm going to do a master's in September, so yeah, you're gonna get another year of student vlogs. I'm actually really excited to start my master's because it's something so different. So yeah, but yeah, that's the last tip, was take advantage of all the offers you get given as the thing to help you in your uni things, like study support. I'm pretty sure most universities must have these things like study support that help with the grammar or go through your work with you and help you improve it in certain ways, or referencing. Take advantage of them. Like library workshops, take advantage of that as well. They really do help, and it will boost your grade. Speaking of grades, I was just want to say I got a first in the critical coursework that I was struggling with. I mentioned this in my vlog, but I'm way too happy about it, so I'm just saying about everywhere and everyone. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed it and it helped. Sorry it was a bit rambly and probably not as helpful as I thought, but I do hope you enjoyed it anyway, and it did help, and I hope it helped you in a little bit, and I will see you again next week with another video.